Rock the Bells. I mean, we've been having a whole lot of producer talk lately, and I love it. And Rock the Bells actually had a list. I think it was a top 50 hip hop beats of all time, and a lot of people were sending it to us. And I think that the articles that were out there floating on the internet, they were just talking about number one. But I kind of want to do a bit of a deep dive, if you guys don't mind, into some of the other beats that are on there as well. It's funny because I want to say on our last episode or episode before that, you were saying that Quiet Storm, you like that. It was last episode because we were talking about the White Line sample. You said you like Quiet Storm's beat over Shook One's Part 2. Well, Shook
No,
One's Part 2 is number one on this list. So,
no.
how do you feel?
I didn't quite say that exactly. I
Okay.
was just saying it's comparable.
Gotcha.
Like for me, it's comparable. It's like everybody just goes to Shook One's Part 2. That's Prodigy's verse. The verse just fits so well with the beat. But if you're talking, like, how about this? Like, their manifesto, like Prodigy's manifesto is more Quiet Storm than Shook One's to me. You know, Shook One's is just a banger. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with it. But I think, like, Quiet Storm is what represents the Mobb Deep sound because it reflects Havoc's production and P's rhymes. Like, it's both of those things. Like, at the same time, I'm telling you, it's like Shook One's Part 2 is a top 10 verse of all time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. First verses being important once again.
I got you stuck off the realness. We be the infamous. You heard of us. Official Queensbridge murderers. Yeah, you can't fuck with that.
Hold on. I'm thinking about, all right, I want to ask you a question while I'm thinking about this. Who do you think in Wu-Tang is the best at setting songs off?
Inspect the Deck.
Really? He has shining
Mike,
moments. I think consistently, I'm going Ray.
Their first song starts off with who? I smoke on the mic like smoking Joe Frazier, the Hellraiser, raising hell with the flavor. Terrorize the jam like troops in Pakistan, swinging through your town like a neighborhood Spider-Man. So, tick-tock, keep ticking, or I get you flipping on the shit I'm kicking. The Lone Ranger, Code Red, Danger. Yeah. Abomatomically.
Give me Ray.
Socrates' philosophies. Poisonous paragraph. Smash the phonograph in half and be the Inspect the Deck on the warpath. Yeah, it's Deck.
I'm not mad at that pick. Consistently, I might go Ray, though.
If you're talking consistently over a course of time, it's Ray, but that's because Ray's there more than Deck is there.
Let me get to
Deck
this.
is there, it's Deck.
Let me get to this list. So, they got Shook One's Part 2 at number 1 by Mobb Deep. Still DRE by Dr. Dre at number 2.
I don't agree. That's propaganda.
Propaganda. All right.
Propaganda.
Number 3, Electric Relaxation by Tribe. Flavor in Your Ear, number 4.
That's wild that Electric Relaxation is number 3, Mike. It's not even the best beat on that album. Award Tour is a better beat than Electric Relaxation. It always has been. Sorry.
We got. All right, we'll break this down. It's a lot already in these 3. Flavor in Your Ear, number 4. New York State of Mind, 5. Planet Rock, 6. Oh man, Troy, number 7. Annie Up, 8. Rough Riders Anthem, 9.
Toss that out. Doesn't belong in the top 25.
Right. All right. G-Thang, 10. Rock the Bells, 11.
Wow.
Check the Rhyme by Tribe, 12. We haven't even gotten to Award Tour yet. All right. In the Club, 13.
No.
Peter Piper, Run DMC, 14. See,
Peter Piper's pretty dope.
It is.
I was listening to Peter Piper the other day. But I don't even know if that's the best Run DMC beat because I think Suck AMC's might be a better beat than Peter Piper.
Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See, Busta Rhymes, 15.
No.
Crazy.
No.
Paul Revere, 16. Triumph, Wu-Tang, 17.
They're wild for doing
Let's
that.
start
there.
there.
That's where it got wild. When I saw Triumph in the top 20, and I was like, where's Cream?
Let's start there. How did that happen?
Boxing, Incarcerated Scarfaces. It's like, I can name about 15 RZA beats better than Triumph. Like, off the top of my head.
Yeah, why y'all here spamming Mad Max's
better
name?
Than the Triumph beat. This nigga's wild.
Yeah, somebody over here spamming Mad Max's name. You're popular out here, Mad Max. Yeah, man. How does the Triumph beat get the 17th greatest hip hop beat of all time?
So Mike, here's the thing that stands out about all the records that you name.
Okay.
those are either really big smash records or records that are super important to hip hop culture. First of all, I mean, because this is what I mean about Illmatic. It's like when I say it bought rhymes and lyrics, like back and bought the East Coast back. Oh, that's the record that did it. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
so it is better than New York State of Mind Part 2, like I've been telling all of y'all for years now. Way better. I've been telling y'all that for years, but it's like, I don't know if it's top 5, because saying it's top 5 is saying it's Primo's best. It's like, is it one of Primo's 10 best beats, in my opinion? Yes. Is it his best beat? I don't know about that, Mike. And saying that's Primo's best beat, just like saying Still DRE is Dre's best beat, it's like, nah, fam, I don't think so. Nah. Neither one of those beats is better than They Reminisce Over You, in my opinion.
No, it's not. And you know what? What I want to say, I got to get my Swiss Beats comment in. Them putting Rough Riders Anthem in there at number 9. To me, that's them shoehorning Swiss Beats into this countdown. It's more about the person who made it as opposed to the beat itself. I never thought
they're being a little too fair. Does that make sense? It's like, oh, let's get our Havoc beat. Let's get our Dre beat. Let's get our Pete Rock beat. Let's get our RZA beat. Let's get our Swiss beat. Let's get our Q-Tip beat. Where's the Large Professor beat? The Marley Marl beat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, my thing is, man, when we're judging the beat,
like
you gotta erase who made whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't
like how the hell, not being funny, how in the hell is Rough Riders Anthem better than the Symphony by Marley Marl? On what level?
How is it better? How is it a better beat than Stop Being Greedy?
I was thinking about Stop Being Greedy and Get At Me Dog are better beats. What are you talking about?
They are. This is about who produced them. Actually, you know what? Let's go through there, right? Shook Ones,
let's look at how they lined up the producers. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Havoc, Dre,
Propaganda,
Q-Tip, Easy Mo B, Premier. I guess Bambaataa. I think some other people did Planet Rock. I don't know them off top, but that's a different one, right? You got Pete Rock here, Trouble T. Roy. Who produced Annie Up?
Shit.
I know the name when I hear it.
I should know that.
People in the chat should help us out with this. Swiss Beats here. Annie Up was a surprise too. I get it. But, you know, when you see a record like Annie Up at number, 8?
It's too high.
That's when people start screaming New York bias.
It's too high.
Yeah, when you see a record like that, which is a great record, at 8.
Like if you're going to do New York bias, how about this, Mike? Annie Up's not better than Mass Appeal.
Annie Up's not better than High.
Facts.
It's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's when people are gonna be like New York bias. Let's see, we got a super chat. Born King with the super chat says, "It's Yours" by T. LaRock is my favorite beat of all time. Where would you rank that, Mike? It's top. It should be got to be top 20.
I'm about to say it should be in the top 25 to 30.
And I felt like they shorted themselves on "Rock the Bells," the song itself. I mean, I could see that one being higher, even though it's 11.
DR period did Annie Up.
Okay, DR period. Shout out to him. Great record, by the way.
No, I love Robin Hood Theory.
Oh yeah.
But
Swiss Beats.
No, it's not a top 10 beat.
Swiss Beats did Rough Riders Anthem. Dr. Dre did Nothing But a G Thing. Rock the Bells. That's Rick Rubin. Check the Rhyme. Q-Tip again. Dr. Dre again at In the Club. Peter Piper. I believe that's either Larry Smith or Rick Rubin. Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Could See. That's more about Busta, Paul Revere, Rick Rubin again, RZA. Yeah.
How the fuck did In the Club get up this high? Like, not being funny, that is not a top 5 Dr. Dre beat, Mike.
Where's the Snoop Doggy Dogg stuff?
The Shiznit and Gin and Juice and What's My Name are all better than In the Club. That's just off Doggy Style, Mike. Let Me Ride's better than In the Club. Dre Day might be better than In the Club. Natural Born Killers is better than In the Club.
They're gonna kill you for that one.
It's the truth. It's a better beat. The beat the Natural Born Killers is better than the beat the In the Club.
You know what? Let me go down the list. Let me go down to 50, right? The Rockweiler is 50. That's not a top 50 beat. I'm sorry. Hip Hop by Dead Prez. One Love, Houdini. We Gonna Make It, Jadakiss. Whoa. Black Rob, All About the Benjamins is 45? Damn.
That's wild.
That is wild.
That's better than Rough Riders Anthem, In the Club.
In spades. In spades.
Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See, Triumph. It's better than all of those beats.
All of those. Straight up. Hate It or Love It, 44. Cell Therapy. Cell Therapy, 43.
That's too high. And I mean, that's too low. It needs to be in the top 25.
Yeah. Simon Says, 42. Boys in the Hood, NWA, 41. Gold Digger.
Whoa.
Right.
Pause.
That's better than the stuff that they had at the top. But again, that's where people start screaming. Too. Yeah, that's when people start screaming East Coast bias. Gold Digger, 40.
No, that doesn't belong on the list.
That doesn't belong on the list. And I'm a Kanye guy. It doesn't belong on the list.
They're wild.
One of his other beats, at least. Insane in the Brain, Cypress Hill, 39. Big Pimpin', 38. That's about who produced it. That's about who produced it.
Rick Rubin did Peter Piper as well.
Okay, I figured. Rick Rubin got like 3 in the top 20. God dang. All right.
Mike, not being funny, it's called Rock the Bells.
No, I'm cool with that.
We know.
Rock the Bells could have been higher, actually.
I mean, I'm just saying, there's some personal biases involved because, the people who run Rock the Bells, it's called Rock the Bells, Mike.
Okay. I understand. Rebel Without a Pause, 37? Oh, man. That could have easily been in the top 10, and no one would have flinched. I replaced Rebel Without a Pause in Annie Up's place.
Easily, Mike.
Easily. There's nobody can sit here and tell me that the Annie Up beat is better than Rebel Without a Pause. Y'all want to have that argument?
Nobody who knows their hip hop history believes that.
Okay. Paper Thin, MC Light, 36. Come Clean, J. Rue the Damager, 35. Know the Ledge, 34. Eric B. and Rakim.
I'm cool where Come Clean and Know the Ledge are at, but they're just... See, this is the problem when you pick, like, the notarized stuff over the better stuff. It's like, well, shit, Know the Ledge is better than Triumph.
It is. It is.
Shout out to RZA. I love some RZA more than about anybody else do.
But that's not the RZA pick.
That ain't the fucking point now, is it?
Push It, Salt and Pepper, 33. Ooh, this one is crazy. ATLiens by Outkast, 32.
No, Elevators. Elevators.
If you're going to pick one, yes, Elevators. But, I mean, no, ATLiens is just not... I never liked that song. I'm going to be honest with you. I love the album. Never really liked that song. I'm serious. Like...
It's not a top 10 Outkast song, in my opinion.
It's my second least favorite Outkast single from their run. Miss Jackson's my least favorite Outkast single. And these are all really good songs. We're splitting hairs.
I actually agree with you on that, Mike. I like ATLiens more than I like Jazzy Bell. So
do you?
I do.
If we're counting the remix, I'm with you. But if we're talking about the original, nah. Give me Jazzy Bell over ATLiens. If you talk about the Babyface one, I'm with you. I don't even count that one.
No, I like Fish and Grits and all the pimp shit. I was with that. Yeah.
I mean, they spitting on there too. It's just something about that record to me just doesn't sound like them. Maybe it's the tone of the rest of the album. And it's like it doesn't fit in that tone of the rest of the album to me. But other than some, spacey sound effects. Mad Max with the super chat says, the list was trash and LL's my man. If you ask me, Shook One's Ice Cream, Deep Cover, Ambitions as a Rider, gotta have 36. And my personal bias, Move Beats. Okay. So ATLiens from Outkast at 32. Running by Farside at 31.
I'm cool. Hold on. Mike.
What?
Where the fuck is Cream at on this list?
I'm looking for it. I'm sure it's on.
Toss the list out.
I'm sure it's on here. Is it not on here?
Toss the list out.
You know what? That's the conversation. How is Cream? It's not on here. All right. Let me go through the rest of the list. Running by Pharcyde is 31. Made You Look by Nas is 30. I'm cool with that. Top Billing, Audio 2, that's 29.
I've been listening to Top Billing, Mike.
Top
that beat
Billing's
might be higher.
crazy.
It might be higher than that. It might
Shout
be higher
out to
than that.
Daddy O. Daddy O produced
It might
that.
be higher than that.
Jump Around, House of Pain, 28. Ambitions as a Rider is 27. So what you saying by EPMD is 26. Clips Grinding is 25.
Wow.
Liquid Swords by Jizza is 24. Huh?
What are we doing?
What?
What are we doing? And I love the Liquid Swords beat. I do. Like
I love
Shadow
Shadowboxing.
Album.
I love
you know how I feel about Liquid Swords.
Yeah.
Like Liquid Swords, the beat. It's not better than Living in the World Today. It's not better than Shadowboxing on that album.
Right. It got picked over Shadowboxing and looks like
and Fourth Chamber, Mike.
And Fourth Chamber. It got picked over Shadowboxing, Fourth Chamber, Incarcerated Scarfaces, Ice Cream. Yeah, I don't see Ice Cream here. Okay. Who Shot You?
I better hear Cream, and I better hear it soon.
I don't think you're going to hear it. Okay, Biggie, Who Shot You? DWYCL, Gangstar. I got 5 on it, Loonies. Mama Said Knock You Out. Work It by Missy is 19.
Where's Cream?
The Message is 18. Triumph is 17. Paul Revere 16. Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See is 15. Peter Piper 14. In the Club 13. Check the Rhyme. Rock the Bells. Nothing But a G Thing. Rough Riders Anthem. Annie Up. Trouble T. Roy. Planet Rock. Africa Bambaataa was 6. New York State of Mind's 5. Flavor in Your Ears 4. Electric Relaxation 3. Still DRE 2. And Shook Ones Part 2 is number 1. Some of the culprits here. Torre.
Oh.
Torre says, Flavor in Your Ear changed everything, bro. It changed it all. Big shout out to Easy Mo B. That record was unlike anything that I'd ever heard, from blaring sirens and the horns to the way that Mac approached it. DJ Scratch. Yeah. Okay.
List is trash.
Okay. How's Cream not make it and Liquid Swords makes it?
List is trash. See, this is how people be wondering why I be acting the way that I act, because it's like, no, you got people in positions of power that be doing dumb shit and they know better. Like, they know better.
I don't understand how.
And why the hell is Tory editing anything?
I don't understand how a record like that can be ignored.
It's trash.
There's clearly New York bias there, right? And for whatever reason, and I'm going to say this, and this is kind of a rhetorical question. You might have an answer for it. And we've kind of covered this on the show before, too. Why is Wu-Tang never really the recipient of this New York bias?
How the hell you going to have a top 50 beat list and you don't have Cream? You don't have Incarcerated Scarfaces? You don't have Shadowboxing?
Ice Cream?
Ice Cream? Mike, I know RZA didn't do it, but Brooklyn Zoo should be on this list too.
Yeah.
So should Bring the Pain.
Shimmy, Shimmy. I remember...
Shimmy, Shimmy. I can think of 10 Wu-Tang beats that should be on this list, possibly.
You know who should be making this list? It should be people like, regardless of how people feel about them. DJs. It should be Flex. It should be, you know what I'm saying?
No, not him. No,
yeah, I'm just saying a variety of them. You know what I mean?
Not him.
It should be like
DJ Jazzy Jeff should be.
Got people who do this. Kid Capri, who know the impact of these records. Yeah. Because I say Flex because I remember those Flex mixtapes when niggas was rhyming over beats. You know what they were rhyming over? They weren't rhyming over no damn Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Didn't make this league.
I mean, if Cream ain't make it, then you know that ain't gonna make it. I don't think there's a
This list
beat.
is trash.
The beats that I heard people rhyming on the most: Incarcerated Scarfaces, Cream, Shook Ones. I give it that. And Ice Cream.
Mike, Living in the World Today was the beat that most people picked up off Liquid Swords to rhyme over. That was the one that was making the mixtapes. Not even shadowboxing, like, because shadowboxing is hard to rap to.
And I think your beat, Quiet Storm, should have made here too.
Yeah. Unequivocally, Mike.
Yeah.
Unequivocally.
Yeah. It's better than Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See. Yeah, I said it. Mad Max with the super chat. Mad Max with the super chat says, not gonna lie, it sounds like LL made the list off the top and forgot beats. LL, you my man, but come on, gang. Well, they actually misspelled G-Thang too, and I'm not trying to shit on RockTheBells. I love those guys over there, but you got to be more you got to be more particular, and you can't just throw these lists together and forget songs like Cream. I'm just gonna give it to that, Coop. I feel like they must have forgot Cream or something.
Well, Mike,
is this more negligence?
If you forgot something like Cream, Mike, I love Uncle L. List is trash.
Yo, L, I know you didn't make this list yourself. Get your staff.
Invalidates the list.
Get your staff, yeah. Yeah. Because there's no way you got... there's no way you got Annie up at 8, Still DRE at 2, Electric Relaxation at 3, and you leave off Award Tour and Cream all together. And Triumph at 17? Listen, I don't think there's anybody in the world that thinks Triumph is a better beat than Cream. Some people might think it's a better song. I disagree with that totally, but oh no, it is nuts. But there's never, is there anybody out there in this chat? We got like 220 something people in here. Do any of y'all think the Triumph is a better beat than Cream?
Mike, I love L. I love RockTheBells. I love the network, the podcast. I love the record. I love L. To quote Tina Turner, Mike, what's love got to do with it? They are fucking up.
Jermaine Johnson with the super chat says, Poor Georgie is better than at least 15 of these.
I'd have to agree.
Yeah. Shit, I think Freaks come out at night.
Symphony didn't make it at all?
No.
They are fucking up.
Ooh, somebody said Respiration. I'm with y'all. And, me and Coop rhymed over that. Respiration's a great beat.
Did anything that KRS-One did make this list?
I didn't see any KRS-One.
They're fucking up.
Yeah.
You don't think My Philosophy?
Yeah.
Or South Bronx?
Right. South Bronx alone should have made it. Is that a Queens thing? I don't know.
South Bronx didn't make the list?
South Bronx is crazy.
There only one Public Enemy song made it?
And it was in the 30s.
They are fucking up.
I mean, Welcome to the Terror Dome is not worthy of, I don't know.
Time to redo the list. This is how we end up doing lists.
This is how
every year we pull up and people be fucking it up.
This is how we end up doing the list. And this is why we take so long doing the list, because we don't want to put stuff like this out there.
You mean trash?
Yeah. Brother Gabe with the super chat says, trash. No beat from Q songs, they're wild. I think
Mike, A Good Day didn't make it.
I was gonna say a Good Day has a very great shot. Listen, Mind Playing Tricks on Me. Really?
Wow.
How does Mind Playing Tricks on Me not make it?
This is wild.
I think A Children's Story should make it too.
High from Juvenile didn't make it. You already brought that up.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Back That Ass Up didn't make it. I mean, I think
High's a better beat, but
it is the better beat. I agree. But from an iconic standpoint, Back That Ass Up, when you hear those first couple notes, everybody know what it is. I mean, if In the Club could make it, you think In the Club's a better beat than Back That Ass Up? Because I don't.
Mike, I'm not even sure In the Club should make this list.
I don't think it should.
Because I can give you 10 better Dr. Dre beats.
Yeah.
Like, I can go in Dre's catalog and...
Is this to help credentialize? All right, y'all talk about me leaving Timbaland off my list. Timbaland's representation on this list was Big Pimpin' and Working.
Yuck.
Exactly. So no, he's not in my
Yeah.
top 25 of hip hop producers because there are too many hip hop producers who have made incredible hip hop songs that trump Timbaland's best work. His best work from a rap standpoint is with Jay. That's it. I mean, if you want to count the Missy stuff, which is more of a hybrid, but no, that doesn't trump the work that people like
Mike,
Track Masters put in
Mike,
hip hop. It doesn't.
you remember the For the Fam beat?
Yeah.
That's better than half the beats on here.
Not for the fam.
Like I can go through. I can keep going. Like some of these beats didn't even deserve to make this list. They're not making my list. I see I'll be making a list today.
What do you think about In the Club? Because I mean, not as the beat, but just as a song.
You mean Tear the
overall.
Club Up by 3-6?
No, that should have made it.
Mike, where's Who Run It by 3-6 Mafia?
Yeah.
Where's Who Run It?
Still getting
Who Run
rhymed over today.
I'm still rhyming over Who Run It, Mike.
Yeah.
Just be in my basement by myself when I be turned up.
Well, this is what I want to ask because somebody said that In the Club was forced on us. And, you know, I'm not going to lie to you, and maybe it's because I was on my rap snob shit around 2003. I agree with that. I felt like I didn't organically gravitate to that song. I've never been a fan of that song on the album.
On, Mike.
I skip all around that song. I do.
Mike, Microphone Fiend didn't make the list?
Great beat. Nope.
Mike, Microphone Fiend is one of the, it's what I like to call a gateway drug for beats for MCs to rhyme over.
Yeah.
It's one of the first type of beats that other MCs took and rhymed over. It's eternally getting rhymed over by MCs.
It is.
These guys suck.
I think What You Know About T.I. deserves a spot, too. I know y'all probably be thinking I'm caping for tip or whatever, but, you know, I don't think there's any... I think In the Club, once again, is probably the most recent beat on here, right?
This is wild.
Yeah, I mean, what about the current production? I mean, or I don't even want to say current production, at least production from the last 10, 15 years.
When we come back on Wednesday, I'm going to have a real list.
Okay. Eric B. is president. I think it's special, too. I think it's so many beats, man. And I know we've contemplated doing a beat list, but it's just so many.
I don't love Eric B. as president as a beat, like on that level that it would make my list. But Microphone Fiend damn sure deserved to be on this list.
Yeah. What about Ultramagnetic? You know what I'm talking about. Ego Tripping. Oh. From the Critical Beatdown album. Hold on.
I'm putting Rock the Bells at number 50 to troll and to be funny. Just so we're clear. The beat Rock the Bells, that's going to be number 50.
It felt like, again, they wanted to fit certain producers in there. Yeah, Ego Tripping.
Man, fuck all that.
Yeah, it ain't about that. If it's about the beat, it's about the beat. The beat has to stand alone outside of the person that made it. As you said,
the beat, it's about the beat.
Yeah, it is. I think Paul Revere is very influential, but I think that's probably a little bit too, high or low, however you want to say it.
Mike, it ain't hard to tell by Large Professor?
It ain't hard to tell. It's incredible.
You telling me Rough Riders Anthem is a better beat than It Ain't Hard to Tell?
Unpopular opinion here, man. Check the Rhyme's not one of my favorite Tribe beats or songs.
Check the Rhymes. Mike, Check the Rhyme doesn't belong on this list.
It doesn't. And you know
Mike,
me. Tribe might be my number one.
Mike. Benita's a better beat than Check the Rhyme.
Shit, I've always liked Can I Kick It more than Check the Rhyme because of the drums on Can I Kick It.
I like Check the Rhyme, the song. I love the song.
Yeah.
But we talking about beats, right?
Yeah, if we're talking about the beat, to me, Can I Kick It's the better beat. Award Tour, easily. And since we're not even just gonna, since New York State of Mind is on here, and it's not just about singles anymore, I mean, you got Lyrics to Go out there, man. Lyrics to Go.
That's fair, Mike.
Crazy.
That's one of Q-Tip's best beats.
And that Minnie Riperton, like, shit's crazy.
Dilla only had one beat on here.
Dilla had a beat on here?
Running by the far side.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Dilla.
Yeah, that's Dilla. Yeah, Dilla only had one on here.
Mike, where Kanye's representation at? I don't believe
Gold
that's
Digger.
this shit.
Gold Digger was Kanye's representation. That's nowhere near his best beat.
Can I interest you in the corner by comment?
Right. You know what? That's a missed opportunity from them too. They could have utilized Kanye to be more recent with this list. This is a very old school
Flashing
East Coast
lights,
list.
Power.
Yeah, Power. Power could have definitely made it. Yeah. Yeah, it's a very old head. It's an old head list.
I know it's RockTheBells, but damn.
Yeah, they need to dust the the vinyl off on this one, man.
I mean, this is for niggas who get 10-cent coffee at McDonald's, Mike, because they're senior citizens. You know? Like,
respectfully.
This list is for niggas who served in Vietnam. Like, what the fuck is this?
Right. This is a get off my lawn list for real. Like, what younger or what hip hop fan this like 25 to 30 is even gonna look at this list and be like, damn, man, like, where my representation at, bro?
I mean, not to be funny, Mike. I mean, and this is what I mean, they picking and choosing their fruit. It's like, so you got Rough Riders Anthem on here, but niggas in Paris ain't on here? What are we doing?
Right. And see, these are the reasons why when we say that Hit Boy is this and that on an all-time list, like, nah, man, Hit Boy is not this. Like, he doesn't even get the representation where he needs it, where, like you said, niggas in Paris should be on this list.
I mean,
Metro ain't made nothing that should have been on this list. Bad and Bougie couldn't have made this list.
I was about to say, Mike, I mean, Bad and Bougie should be on here probably. I got to do my list. It's very problematic.
I mean, if
I don't care how you feel about Raindrops and Drop Tops, that beat is hard.
If Missy's Work It is on here, Bad and Bougie could get a spot. Work It is on here at 18. And listen, man, I love Missy, man. And this is the Missy topics and the Andre topics are always so tough for me because I'm really legit fans of these people and always have been, even when it was unpopular to be fans of them. But to see things get inflated after the fact, it's kind of tough for me, man. Like, now we want to say Work It is a top 18 hip-hop beat of all time. Now we want to say, what do they say? Missy's Under Construction was like a top 10 hip-hop album or some shit we seen on the list. Like, come on, guys, get real.
I mean, Mike, Sock It To Me and The Rain are way fucking better.
If Sock It To Me was on this list, I wouldn't say shit. I wouldn't say shit.
Sock It To Me is pretty fucking hard.
No, because that's where Who Run It comes from, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so no, if Sock It To Me's on this list, I'm not saying anything. Or The Rain.
The Southern representation on this list is egregious.
It is.
Or lack thereof.
The West Coast representation.
Cell Therapy and ATLians. What else did you name?
Cell Therapy, ATLians. I mean, we got to count Grinding, right?
Yeah, Grinding. Okay, 3.
Let's see.
We're known for beats down here.
It's true. Cell Therapy.
Grinding's way too low.
I'm not going to count Big
Pimpin'.
Pimpin'.
To me.
You're right, man. This is all East Coast stuff. Yeah. We're known for beats down here. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's it. And it's funny. The beats that are Southern here, like, Goody Mob and Outkast, they cater to a palate of an East Coast person.
Absolutely.
I mean, it is what it is.
That's why the Dungeon family is the most groundbreaking group to really come out of the South, because they remained Southern, but they had enough of an East Coast aesthetic that it gravitated.
Yeah, they had to infiltrate. Brother Gabe with Super Chat says, Hove PSA, Cool G Rap Road to Riches, UGK I Choose You. I'm with those. I think that I personally like You Don't Know better than PSA, but if somebody said PSA's beat was better than You Don't Know's beat, I'm not mad at that.
It's conversational.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Jay's